the dry, barren lands of the Arabian desert, Saudi Arabia is doing something no one's ever done. They're building the impossible. Not a tower, not a city, a river. Yes, an artificial river, right in the heart of the desert. It sounds unreal, but it's already happening. Saudi Arabia's massive desert river project stuns the world with its size, its ambition, and its urgency. This isn't just a pipe dream, literally. It's a giga-project, a massive underground network. Desalinated water pumped through hundreds of kilometers beneath the desert sand. Why? Because Saudi Arabia has no natural rivers, almost no rain. And water? It's running out, fast. Back in the day, they used wells and ancient groundwater, stuff buried deep below the surface. By the 1980s, water demand exploded. Farming boomed, cities grew. But here's the problem. That water couldn't be replaced. By 1995, 35% of it was gone. So the government made a bold move. They cut water subsidies, told farmers, use less, farm smarter, wheat, too thirsty. In 1994, they produced 2 million tons. By 2016, just 765,000, a 79% drop. Why? Because growing wheat in the desert drains the future. Now, under Vision 2030, the country is focused on survival and innovation. The Saudi artificial river is more than just a construction project. It's a statement. This mega project shows the world what's possible when a nation pushes the limits. From the impossible build to the largest desalination pipeline ever created, Saudi Arabia is rewriting the rulebook on what can exist in the desert. Stay with us, because this story, it's only just beginning. Saudi Arabia runs on oil. And for water, they rely on desalination. But here's the truth. That won't last forever. So the kingdom made a bold move. A move that might change their future. They're building something huge. Not a river from nature, but a man-made one. Yes, an artificial river made of pipelines, carrying desalinated seawater from the Red Sea and Arabian Gulf deep into the heart of the desert. This isn't just a pipeline, it's a lifeline. One of the most expensive construction projects ever attempted. A system so big, it ranks among the world's biggest mega projects. And guess what? Much of it is underground. Why? Because Saudi summers hit 43 degrees Celsius. That's 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat like that can destroy infrastructure. So, to avoid water loss from evaporation, contamination, and pressure drop, they're taking it below the surface. It's smart, it's strategic, and it's pure mega engineering. These pipelines are no joke. Over 2.25 meters wide, made of special anti-corrosion material. They'll carry fresh water to cities, farms, and remote desert towns. Once complete, this network will stretch thousands of kilometers. Sure, it's not the Nile, but it's a river built by human hands, one drop at a time. Saudi Arabia only gets about 50 to 150 millimeters of rain per year. That's barely enough to grow weeds. And the population? Nearly 40 million people, and counting. With no natural rivers and underground water disappearing, the country faced a crisis. So, they turned to something else. Innovation. This isn't just about water. It's about food. It's about independence. With water comes farming. With farming comes economic strength. And this artificial river might just help Saudi Arabia move beyond oil and into the future. Ever wonder who's behind the scenes, making sure water flows in one of the driest places on Earth? Let me introduce you to the real game changer, the Saudi Water Authority. This isn't just another government office. It's the force behind Saudi Arabia's massive desert river project that stuns the world. Once called the Saline Water Conversion Corporation, this team takes salty seawater and turns it into life. How? By managing some of the world's most advanced desalination plants. They clean and deliver water across Saudi Arabia to cities, farms, factories, and even far-off villages. It's environmental engineering on a whole new level. Over 3 million cubic meters of fresh water every single day. And the numbers keep growing. In 2022 alone, Saudi Arabia converted 2.9 billion cubic meters of seawater into drinking water. That's like filling 1 million Olympic pools. One of their stars? The Rabigh 3 independent water plant. It produces enough clean water every day for nearly 1 million homes. This kind of scale doesn't just meet daily needs. It powers megacities like Neom and Riyadh. It boosts tourism, food production, and sustainability. Thanks to this underground pipeline Saudi built, the river in the desert is no longer a dream. It's a living, flowing example of ecological engineering in action. And here's the best part. With steady water, Saudi can grow more food, reduce imports, and create jobs. That's real Middle East innovation. That's global innovation. In a country with barely any rain, they've found a way to flow forward. Let's be real, creating a river in the desert isn't easy. And Saudi Arabia's massive desert river project stuns the world for a reason. But big dreams come with big challenges. First up, energy. Desalination takes a lot of power. In fact, Saudi Arabia burns around 1.5 million barrels of oil every day to run its water plants. That's about 15% of its entire oil production. All that burning releases harmful gases, which adds to climate change and pollutes the air. And it doesn't stop there. The desalination process also creates something called brine. It's salty, heavy, and dangerous to sea life if dumped carelessly. Too much brine in the ocean, marine ecosystems crash. Now here's the twist. Saudi Arabia knows this, and they're working on it. As part of their Vision 2030 Saudi plan, the government is pouring money into cleaner water technology. They're testing solar-powered desalination, new ways to manage brine, and solutions to reduce carbon emissions. It's a bold pivot, because for decades, the country's economy relied on one thing: oil. That oil built cities, roads, even global investments. But oil prices go up and down, and the world is shifting to renewables. That's why Vision 2030 matters. It's a plan to build a sustainable future, not just for Saudi Arabia, but for generations to come. And it all starts with water. This artificial river isn't just a pipe, it's a promise. To protect the nation's future, to reduce reliance on Saudi Arabia groundwater, to bring Saudi Arabia water supply into the next era, a high-tech leap forward. Born out of need, scarcity breeds innovation. And in Saudi Arabia, they're not just surviving the desert, they're redefining it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into Saudi Arabia's saltwater challenges and the bold vision of an artificial river, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on freshwater resources, Saudi Arabia artificial river projects, and other fascinating innovations. Here's to a smarter, more sustainable future. See you in the next video.